Now, our next report looks at some of the legislations the lawmakers in both chambers considered this week.
The Senate during the week approved 129 billion naira as payment for outstanding subsidy claims to oil marketers. The chairman of the Senate Committee on Petroleum Resources Downstream on the Promissory Notes Program and the bond issuance for oil marketers' outstanding claims, who presented the report, revealed that the country in the last 6 years had spent over 10 trillion naira for subsidy payments. Senators expressed worry over the continued payment of subsidy by the federal government.
We also commended the federal government for standing up to this issue. Mr. President, I think it is high time we as Nigerians take a definitive position on subsidy, because from 2006 to now, to 2016, Nigeria spent a whopping sum of our 10 trillion naira on subsidy.
Also during the week, the Senate urged the federal government and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to rescind its decision to downgrade the Akanu Ibiam International Airport, Enugu. The former Minister of Aviation, Hadi Sirika, had threatened to downgrade the Akanu Ibiam International Airport due to the dangers associated with the presence of a nearby market, a radio station mast, and an abattoir. The motion was sponsored by 11 senators. The Senate also urged the federal government to rehabilitate the runway of the airport, develop a water source from a nearby river, and build new terminal buildings for it, stating that the airport would serve the southeast, south-south, and the middle belt. On Thursday of the week under review, the Senate, on the request of President Muhammadu Buhari, confirmed the appointment of Justice Sadiq Musa as President of the Customary Court of Appeal in Abuja, in a rather unusual manner. The Senate had to suspend its rules and processes to confirm Justice Musa within minutes from when the letter of President Buhari's request was read to lawmakers. Another unusual occurrence was that Justice Sadiq was available for screening right away. The normal process would have been for the matter to be brought up probably on another legislative day as a motion and referred to a Senate committee which would screen and recommend his confirmation to the Senate. The Senate said its action, although unusual, conforms with its rules and was permitted by the circumstance of time available to the 8th Senate.
We cannot afford to go through all the normal processes of our confirmation process and procedure. I would therefore move that we suspend all the process that ordinarily we could have gone through with a view to meeting this national interest by confirming the nominee in the committee of the whole.
Will the Senate confirm the nomination of Justice Musa Abubakar Sadiq as the President, Consummate Court of Appeal, FCT Abuja? Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The nomination of Justice Musa Abubakar Sadiq for appointment as the President, Consummate Court of Appeal, FCT Abuja is hereby confirmed.
21.
The House of Representatives has again passed the Petroleum Industry Governance Bill, which had been rejected by President Muhammadu Buhari. The bill, which was rejected by the President due to some constitutional reasons, had been amended by the House. The House had noted that the observations raised by President Muhammadu Buhari were useful and necessary for the smooth operation of the bill when passed into law. The House has also completed work on the bill seeking to establish the Federal College of Education, Agoro, in Bayelsa State.
Clause 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The House of Representatives has urged President Muhammadu Buhari to withdraw the executive order he signed, which revokes all firearms certificates and licenses throughout the Federation. This followed consideration of a motion of urgent public importance sponsored by Representative Nnenna Ukeje, who drew the attention of the House to the high spate of insecurity in the country and the need for citizens to protect themselves and their families.
The House is concerned that this omnibus order targets legal gun owners and their guns, while there doesn't seem to be either institutional actionable policies or plans to mop up small arms and light weapons that are at the center of these crimes.
A debate followed as most members of the House agreed with the motion, stating that the executive order will only take away citizens' rights to self-defense and may therefore increase insecurity in the country.
I need to know when this executive order was signed, where is there any copy? When was it signed? So we need to know. I even tried to contact the police to know if I will surrender my license, but they say there is no issue like that.
This order in itself does not serve any purpose other than to cause more insecurity in Nigeria, and it will even incentivize the criminals now saying, yes, now we're going to have a field day because now Nigerians have returned with their guns.
Mr. Speaker, today we have communities where people that have these licensed guns provide the security for that community with these their licensed guns. They go out as vigilantes within that community because the security we have are so overstretched that they cannot, I repeat, cannot govern or secure all other some communities within this nation, cities, for example.
The procedure that the police currently use is wrong. And because it is wrong, the president is right to say they should withdraw it. Then let them bring up a regulation to the floor of this house to be known to every Nigerian, so that if I'm qualified to own a gun and the police refuses to give it to me, I will challenge them in the court of law that they must give me.
Those in favor of the motion say aye. Those against it say nay. The ayes have it.
The House is also urging the President to sign into law a bill establishing a national commission against the proliferation of small arms and light weapons.